So this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eli Manning brings out the New York Giants offense, and really the only good thing from their tough loss last week, 51-17 to the Rams, was that Eli Manning became just the 7th player in league history, Charles, to top 50,000 career passing yards.
Yeah, and he's doing it in a really difficult year, though, isn't he? So it's not something that he's going to be able to enjoy or savor in the midst of this season. But Eli Manning has put up a remarkable career when you look at his totality.
He's started 207 consecutive games. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at, Sterling Shepard.
A really mature man in every way coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally, you can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
Carry here for Orleans, Darkwan. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. To Vereen out in the flat. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's Beathard to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Space to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Yeah, holding on to the football is a big problem for the 49ers last year. Shouldn't surprise any of us, right? When you're 2-14, you probably will lead the league in fumbles as they did. How about that, 15 last year?
15 of them, yep, and a 2-14 record, kind of indicative. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 71 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expected maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer 3rd of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, he used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Did he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, and
they'll run again now with Darkwan. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed out quickly at the end. Throwing now is Manning, and that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's the fullback, 42 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And he puts it through. Well, here is one you do not see often. A fake punt run all the way to the house for a touchdown.
Number one, you fooled the defense. They thought for sure the ball was going to be punted. But you also know you have to pick up excellent blocking going downfield to spring your runner after the fake. Well done.
Well, let's go league-wide before this next drive starts. Last week, we discussed some of the trades that happened. Jay Ajayi did look pretty good in the Philly uniform. Long touchdown run.
Boy, they really made a great deal to get him, and now...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jonathan Casillas able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Back to throw Beathard. He'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw is Beathard. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now Beathard steps away to his left, and he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here we go. Green 30.
Here's Beathard to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility? The ends versus... And the pressure gets to him again. B.J. Goodson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Beathard. And some room to maneuver. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Manning to throw on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. To throw on third down. Manning. 1:59 to go in the first half. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. Well, before the 49ers start this next drive, 0-9 right now. They do host the Giants this coming week, so throw the stat sheets out the window there.
Can we still put a stat in there? Because hosting the Giants, they're combined 1-16 between the Giants and San Francisco. So if not them, I don't know who they beat.
Yeah, because after the Giants, Seahawks, the Bears, they do have the Texans without Deshaun Watson coming up, but should be an interesting game to see who can win.
I still say that they do not go 0-16 for the season. They will find that win somewhere.
I'm with you. I'm on that bandwagon. They run high, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for a loss on the play. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll throw here. Beathard on the move to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A good decision in the end. The pull it and run gets him 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. To throw is Beathard. Dancing, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Casillas able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here, and it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit, but boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Manning now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tavares King, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
Carlos Hyde, see you later. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde, 79 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. From the gun, it's Manning. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. Down the numbers, there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Roger Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Well, this seems like a good time to make a quick pivot here. Go back to Week 9 of the NFL because there were some pretty big milestones that were passed.
Can we start with the kicker? Because we're going
Adam Vinatieri.
Look, Adam Vinatieri to me is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, what he's accomplished here, now he's in sole possession of second place on the league's all-time scoring list with 2,442 points. Needs 103 more. We're chase down the Hall of Famer, Morton Anderson.
And yet Eli go over 50K passing yards. Jameis over 10K. Set. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're going to try and throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
Pat, they must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Manning to throw on second down. Quick hitch, complete. It's King. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tavares King, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And the Texans have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. Tom Savage, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Encroachment defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Here's Darkwan, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On second down, high, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll go down at the 28. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it was almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense.